Hey guys, we are live here. We got one person on here. I think it's probably Sinfuls here. Who else we got on here? Is that you, Sinfuls, on there? We got the cameras kind of weird tonight, so this is the way it's going to be tonight. We're live from Siki Horror. I don't have my computer with me, so I'm using my iPad, so it's kind of funky tonight and kind of different using this tonight. So this is going to be a little bit different. Let's see if we can see some live chat on here. Okay, live chat. There we go. So live chat is up. Who do we have on here now? We have one person on here. Let's see if we can get some more people on here. It's been a great vacation over here, guys. I'm just in the middle of my vacation over here right now, and it's going pretty good actually. I got some good videos. I put out a couple of videos showing this place and showing a little bit of Siki Horror. Probably going to have a lot more videos tomorrow at the place I'm going, as we right down by the ocean. This place is great for you guys that are looking for a place to vacation because you can ride a motorcycle here very safely. The streets are not filled with people, even in downtown and some of these small towns around here. It's very fascinating to drive around here because you don't see the traffic, and yet there's a lot of expat tourists here that are vacationing here, and people that are coming here to visit, and it's just kind of neat, to see that here. But anyway, guys, let's get some chat up here. We got 5 people out there, and 1 thumbs up already. We got Hayden in the Philippines. Hey, my friend, great to catch you live. How you doing, Hayden? Who else we got on here tonight? So this is gonna be a little strange for me tonight to be using my iPad like this, because usually I'm either on the computer. I have used the iPad in the past, but it's kind of funky going back to this because it's making me do it straight up and down now, which is a little bit different. So I don't know if you guys see me regular or what. I don't know how you guys see me right now. So, but we got 6 people on here, 3 thumbs up. And we actually been touching on some pretty good subjects, and I think over the next couple of days you guys will be really interested to see some of the new subjects we got. And I happened to catch a guy talking about one of the vloggers here, and he was showing something that the vlogger said. It was actually quite interesting what he said. And I talk about it a little bit because it's getting kind of disgusting around here, the way people are talking about Filipinos, and they're here on a tourist visa, and they're vlogging about it. And the way they're talking about the women and the men is inappropriate, and it's something that I took up because I thought it needed to be talked about. It was quite interesting. See, we've got 8 people on here. Let's get some more people on here. Maybe everybody's thinking that I'm not going to be on today. All right, we're up to 14 real quick. We have 4 thumbs up already. So let's get some people on here chatting. Who we got on here that's usually on here, and who's not usually on here? Let's see. Hayden, you got a channel? Do you have your own vlog out there? It's a time you can get to plug yourself a little bit if you do. It seems like you do with a name like Hayden in the Philippines. It's not a channel I've heard of yet. Is it a new channel that you have, or you don't have a channel at all? Let's see if we can get an answer up there. Get some talking on here. All right, you got 15 people on. Well, who else is on here? Yes, sir. I have a small channel. How many subs do you have? We'll just have some small talk on here until we get some more people on here. 18 people on here. Good. We're moving up. Hi, Steve from Leicester, England. Is Leicester way up, or is that down near Portsmouth and Weymouth? I've been to Portsmouth and Weymouth. My submarine used to pull in there. Hiding in the Philippines, 461 in climbing. There you go. You're on your way, man. Takes a while. B. William, evening from Leyte. Maybe some of these guys will sign on to your subscribe to your channel and check you out. Samuel in the Midlands. There we go. Who else we got on here? Let's get some more people on here. You guys can talk about anything you want tonight except politics. I don't want to talk politics. There we go. Sinful's put up your channel. So if any of you guys want to subscribe, you can subscribe to Hayden in the Philippines and check him out. See what he's all about. Any of you other guys out there want to plug your channel, go right ahead. We got 20 people on here now, guys. So let's get some chat going. I know a lot of you guys have me up on TV, so it's kind of hard to chat. Samuel, 90 miles, not 90 miles north of London. Okay, is that up near Rendlesham Air Force Base? First time seeing you live. How you doing, Lone Wolf? Hiding in the Philippines. I'm kind of a joke. I have one song I wrote and play harmonica, Philippine Fat Boy Blues. There we go. Philippine Fat Boy Blues. Okay. I got a whole bunch of harmonicas. That's one thing I have plenty of. No shortage of harmonicas in my house. I think I got over 100 now. Well over 100. Samuel, no idea. Lone Wolf, no channel. Okay. Let's see. Who else we got on here? Let's get some chat going on now. We got 22 people on here. Let's get some questions and stuff going. That guy in Leicester, that must be up near Rendlesham, I'm guessing. My sub pulled in there back in the 1980s, right when that Rendlesham incident was going on. Let's see. Samsung TV, B. Williams says Samsung TV Plus coming to the Philippines. We got a lot of new guys that are coming in here, and they're coming in on the SRRV. So any of you guys need help with the SRRV, we help for free. And I'll come along and help you personally if you want. You just need to get in touch with me at steven5975@yahoo.com. Sinfuls, I will prop my channel. Hello, there you go. Go ahead. Sinfuls, you deserve it. You're part of this channel too. Borchell says, what you doing here? We're having a live stream tonight. You can talk on here, ask questions, anything you want to do, anything that has to do with the Philippines. We don't talk politics on here, and we don't talk about other vloggers on here that much. Unless you're a new guy on here, you want to push your channel a little bit. I'll let you push your channel as long as it's a good, clean channel. So let's get some chat on here, guys. Anything you guys want to talk about, let's go. Let's get some questions on here or whatever. But I'm on vacation here, and I'm staying in this place. It's actually quite beautiful, actually. It's a little expensive, but it's a little bit more than what I'm used to. But this is all they had left. So I took it, and I actually enjoy it because it's right on the beach. I walk out in the morning, I'm right at the beach. Let's see, Lone Wolf says, I will be taking my first trip to Philippines. That's cool. Simple. So, did it rain there, Steve? No, actually it didn't rain all day, even though they predicted that it would. They said it was going to rain all day today in the weather report the night before, and then we didn't get any rain at all, none whatsoever. So that was a good thing. So we've had like a rain-free vacation today, but the day before it was raining. Borchell, Philippines expensive? Nowhere is affordable anymore. The Philippines is cheap rents, and we probably pay about as much for food over here as in the U.S. I heard the U.S. is really expensive on some things. Let's see. B-Wave, any nice places to go in Samar? I don't know any Samar places. I have never been to Samar, so I can't speak to that, B-Wave. I wish I could for you. If anybody else knows, they could leave the places here in the comments. Sinful says, rained here, coming back from my massage. I rode my motorcycle in the rain. LOL. John Smith, hello. How you doing, John Smith? Hayden in the Philippines says, curious to know if you get married in the Philippines, do you also need to be married in the States as well? No. For the marriage to be recognized in the U.S., no. You just need to have your marriage certificate. If you ever get a divorce or something, you're going to need your Philippine marriage certificate. Borchell says, what? That is very expensive for food over there. Civil's hiding in the Philippines. I got married here. I never officially registered there in the United States. I don't think you have to. Fuel Borsch, he sent you a butt spreading link. Oh no. I don't know who the heck this new guy is. Fuel. No, you don't. Yeah, you don't have to register there. Let's get some more questions up, guys. We've got 46 people on here, so some of you guys must have some questions tonight. I know it's a little bit different tonight than what we're used to. John Smith, I'm looking for assisted living in the Philippines, Steve. You want to know something, John, about assisted living? You're way better finding a decent rental, cheap rental, and just hiring somebody to help you than going into assisted living. They do have assisted living. You got to seek it out, kind of. There's some over in Tagaytay that I've heard of. Um, and you want to look for decent assisted living. There is decent assisted living that's fairly reasonable. But I think you're better off actually having your own place and having like a caregiver live with you, and it's cheap. That's all you got to do. Borchel says, "Where in the Philippines are you now?" I'm in Siquijor. I'm at Coco Grove Resort in Siquijor. I'm on vacation right now. John Smith says, "Thank you, Steve. Hide in the Philippines." Thank you, Sinfuls. Sinful says, "You're welcome." So up to 51. We're moving pretty fast here. We got a good group on here tonight already. So we got 7 thumbs up. Let's get some more thumbs up on there. We can get out to more people because that's the way YouTube works, guys. The more thumbs up, the more people they put you out to. So the more people will see it. Craig Jordan, the Philippine Info Channel. What is your impressions of Siquijor? I have always enjoyed that island. You know something, Craig? I like it because you can ride here on a motorcycle, and I wouldn't want to ride on the roads here. You know, I have a problem with my legs, so I can't. It's hard for me to drive a car or any vehicle. I'm not sure if I could drive a motorcycle or not. I'd have to sit and try it a few times because of my leg. Borchel says, "How does fruit taste over there?" Fruit tastes the same as it does anywhere else. But I want to get back to Craig. I love it here. It's a bit expensive for a vacation here at this place, but I think it's worth it. I liked it. I'm enjoying myself. And where am I going to get a place right on the beach for this price? There are places around here that you can get right on the beach, but they're not as nice as this place. I can just tell you that straight out. Simple says, "Hi, Craig." Simple says, "Borchel's Sigel Lees. Excellent. So fresh." Dickie says, "Good day, Steve. How you doing, Dickie?" Let's see. Mark Richard, is your girlfriend with you, Steve? Yes, she is. She's right over there on the bed. Sinful says, "Hi, Dickie," also. So we got 66 people, 12 thumbs up, guys. Let's get some more thumbs up on there so we can get out to more people. Maybe we can reach 100 tonight if we're lucky. We're probably going to do about an hour tonight, guys, because I'm on vacation. My girlfriend's waiting for me, and I want to spend some time with her, and we got to get up tomorrow, and we got to do some stuff too. John Smith says, "Steve, what about a good dentist? So expensive in the U.S." John, in the Philippines, dentists are about less than half the cost, okay, than a dentist in the U.S. for a good dentist. And it's probably even less, way less than that in some parts you can get. Depends where you are. If you're up in Manila, it's about half or less, okay? But don't just walk into any dentist office thinking you're going to get a good dentist. Go into a university hospital so you get a good dentist, okay? Or a good hospital and use their dentist. Craig Jordan says, "Hey, Sinfuls." Hayden in the Philippines says, "Curious how much a wedding costs you there. I plan to marry in June. I understand there are services there that provide everything, food, clothes, everything." Hayden, I'm not sure because I've never been, I haven't been married here, I don't know. I don't know what it costs nowadays. I haven't, I know people that have. I'm not sure what they spent though. John Smith says, "Thank you, Steve." So I don't know. It probably wouldn't cost you that much. I don't think it's that expensive. It depends on how many people you got coming and stuff like that. Dickie's Best says, "Average mortgage has almost doubled from 1,300 to 2,200. That's insane. Phoenix has thousands of apartments going up." Sinful says, "That was a earlier life. LOL." Yes, exactly, Sinfuls. We won't go there. Borchil says, "If fruit in tropical countries tastes the same as in the U.S., then you are eating mass-produced supermarket crap. You need to go to the countryside to find actually legit wild fruit." A lot of our apples, I think, come from New Zealand and stuff like that. And those are not bad apples. A lot of stuff, no matter, fruit tastes like fruit to me. That's all. I'm not a big fruit eater, so I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Craig Jordan says, "The Philippine Info Channel, Siquijor is a haunted island in local folklore." Yeah, I keep hearing that, Craig, but I don't believe it. It's actually a beautiful island. Makina de Santos Canam. Good morning, my friend. Are you in the Philippines? Yes, I am. I am in Siquijor. Discerning Dash in Florida, 3K a month for 3 bedroom apartments. That's crazy. That is crazy, crazy. Three K a month for 3 bedroom apartments in Florida of all places. That's actually disgusting. I don't know how people can afford that. Dickie Spez says Dash, that's terrible. Andy Omar says yes, the fruit was made in a factory in China. That's not Andy Omar. I can assure you that. Let's see. I don't not by that picture anyway. La Maquina says, I got plans to go in March 2025 surfing with a friend. Yeah, you'd want to go to Siargao, man. Siargao is the surfing area, I think, and Aurora, I think, is also. La Maquina, I got plans to go in March 2025. We just read that one. Borchel says, hey, where in Florida do you live? That is too expensive for a junk state like Florida. I think it is, yes. I wouldn't consider Florida a junk state. Um, it's kind of a funny state, though, like South Carolina. South Carolina can be a very wealthy state or a very poor state, depending on where you're at. And neighborhoods change at the click of your fingers there. John Smith says, Steve, may I ask you what visa are you using? I use the SRRV retirement visa, John. I never have to leave here. I gotta fly here, flying around. I never have to leave. I've been here for 7 years straight. If I stay here 10 years straight, I can actually get a dual citizenship here, I think. So I'm not sure if it's worth getting, but I can do it if I want to. Yamil says, nice Filipinas. They're cheap. Let's see. John Smith, great, Steve. Thanks. Annie Omar says, 3K for a 3 bedroom is good. This year in California, seen bedroom apartments for 2,500. Yeah, that's crazy. Even for a 1 bedroom. It's the same in Massachusetts, man. They're like 2,000 for a 1 bedroom. Emil says, I was in Manila running all kinds of Filipinas. Borchel says, you retired? You look good for American seniors. I am retired. I retired at 55, man. Let's see. Anon says, how much is the SR? It's a SRRV visa, retirement visa. It depends on whether you're a veteran. If you're a veteran, it's about $3,000 total. If you're not a veteran, it can be 10 or 20,000 in your security deposit plus 1,400, depending on whether you have a pension or you're gonna be living off your cash. So it's 20,000 if you're living off cash, and it's 10,000 if you're living off a pension of 1,000 or more. And I can help you with that if you want to do it. Anybody that wants to do the SRRV, we're game to help you, and we can get it done for free because we don't work with agents out there that are charging $1,000. The agents also get paid $500 from the PRA, so they're double dipping. And this agent does not double dip. And she's very good, and I will help you on the American end. So you get help both ways for free. So, Simple's Discerning Dash, I pay about $810 for a 1,600 square foot house in a gated community. Sinfuls has a very nice house for the money that he pays. Discerning Dash says, Dickie Dash, yeah, that is why I want to make the move. He also says, at Sinfuls, that's affordable, that's nice. Dickie says, seniors in fixed income can hardly afford to eat, have to spend entire budget on housing. That's actually quite sad when you think about it, Dickie. I know what it's like to be a senior back then. I had many friends of mine that were older, and they were already suffering when I left. I can imagine how much they suffer now. In fact, some of them, they don't go online anymore, so I wonder if they even have Wi-Fi. I don't think that they can afford it. John Smith, Steve, I prefer your blog. I used to follow Rike. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. Yamil says, which part of the Philippines you live? I want to retire there. I live in Luzon, in Cavite, in Tracy Martirez. The city is the capital of Cavite province. Craig Jordan, the Philippine Info Channel, looking ahead to age 65, can you use any of your Medicare benefits in the PH? No, you cannot. You can for a certain amount of time, but then it just goes away as you stay here, because I think there's like 90 days or something like that. You can use it over here or whatever. And then after that, you can't. And even then, it would be hard to use it and get those benefits because you have to write up all kinds of papers and stuff. Alan Ricky says, "Beloved Stephen, I love your videos. My rent here is $1,600 in New Hampshire." That's actually a good rent. It must be like Manchester or probably Manchester or Berlin, New Hampshire. Berlin, New Hampshire has cheap rents too. Sinful's Craig Jordan, not yet Craig. Let's see. John living in the Philippines. It's a very nice place you are staying. Talking to my wife about a weekend trip. It'd be a great weekend trip. I didn't really think too highly of Dumaguete, though. I'll tell you that right now. We traveled through Dumaguete. I went to McDonald's to get a burger. Guess what? They didn't have any burgers. They had no burger patties. Then I said, let's go to Jollibee and I'll get something there. First thing I asked for, chicken nuggets. No chicken nuggets. So it goes to show you that once you leave Luzon, there is supply shortages, and they're major. You know, John living in the Philippines is very let's see. Chris says, "Hey man, thanks for your help and generosity. Your info and assistance has helped many. God bless." Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. Let's see. Kendall Navsite was hidden by Sinfuls. I must have wrote something that wasn't cool. Why not talking politics on this channel? We just don't talk politics, man, because it just divides and gets people fighting and stuff like that. We just don't do it. It just does. It makes the channel turn rotten. You know, it really does. People are so touchy about everything, and then they start unsubscribing because you said something they didn't like or whatever. I don't want to go that way. I don't live there anymore, so it really doesn't matter that much. It matters, but it's not worth fighting over, you know? So that's just the way I feel. Sinful's Borchos House just avoids issues with differing thoughts. Exactly. The Redneck says, I am still sitting in the middle of Alabama woods with hit and miss Wi-Fi, looking forward to getting back to my family in September. Great job, Steve. Thanks, man. Anon says, thanks for your info on the visa and the offer of help. I am in Australia, so not sure if you'd be able to help at this end. I probably would not be able to help you much. I could help you a little bit and help you research things anyway, Anon. And I could tell you the way things work here once you get all that stuff, because I don't know how Australia works. If you were American, I could help you more. But I can surely tell you the way it is done in the US, and then you can go from there. John Smith, Steve, I think life expectancy is higher in the Philippines for expats. No, it's not. I think it's probably around 72, to be honest with you. I think it's the same as regular Filipinos. Borchel Sajelius says, I got it. Thanks, Sinfuls. A rhino in the Philippines, 0846. Hi, from Nashville, Tennessee. How you doing, Nashville? Borchel says, why go to McDonald's if you are outside of the U.S.? You are in other countries to actually eat good foods. I'm not a big Philippine food eater, so I don't like most Filipino foods. A rhino in the Philippines says, be back in March. Craig Jordan, the Philippine Info Channel, the supply problem is the first thing you said about Dumaguete. I agree with. Dumaguete, I'm going to say this straight out. It sucks. I don't see what the big attraction is there. Everybody told me that the waterfront was beautiful and the places there are beautiful. The rentals are beautiful. But they're high priced, and they're dumps. I didn't think the neighborhoods were that great. It looked like any other Philippine town out there. It didn't look any different. In fact, it looked a bit run down than some of the places like around Alabang and stuff like that. Alabang's really nice. I didn't see Dumaguete as a place that would really attract. I don't see the attraction for expats. I really don't. Morocco 62. Hi, Steve. Good morning from Chicago. How you doing, Morocco? The Redneck says you're up to 95. Oh, yeah, 104 now, actually. Thank you, guys. Let's get some talk on here. Let's get some more thumbs up on there, too. Borgel says life expectancy is very unreliable statistics. Yes, it can get skewed. Andy Omar says, Borcho, I live here in 14 years. Where is the good food in the Philippines? Yeah, exactly. I agree with you there. Rick Sponge says, thank you, Steve. Is Magic App good for receiving two-way security code for receiving U.S. text? No, it is not. Some banks, yes. Some banks, no. It's touch and go. The banks that will call you, some banks will call you on there, and that works sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't with other places because they see it as a what do they call that, a VoIP number or something like that. The banks know, their security systems know. Simple says, Rick Sponge, no, Magic Jap is not good for 2FA. John Smith, Steve, hello from Hudson, New Hampshire. That's not far from my home. Keep the info from the Philippines coming. I will do that. Borchell says, so do you not live in the U.S. anymore? Nope. Do you ever go back visiting? Nope. It's been 7 years. I'm thinking about maybe going back next year, but I'm not even sure of that. I've talked to my family back home, and I can talk to them on here. You know, we can see each other. We talk, we chat, we still love each other. You know, doesn't mean I have to be there. You know, so Simple says, "Hi, Michael. The good food in the Philippines is in Thailand." There we go. Mark Richards says, "I guess Dumaguete is subjective as I like it there. I guess probably some people like it. I know a lot of people like it. I don't know, maybe because I'm used to living where I live. I just don't like supply shortages. And it hit me right in the face as soon as I got there. We got Michael Onstad on board. I did a little bit of talking about you, Michael, in one of my videos. I'm not sure if it was the one that went out or if it's in one of the ones coming up. If you guys need insurance, you look up Michael Onstad on Messenger, and Michael will help you. Mark Richard, I hit the thumbs up. Thank you, man. Borchel says, Inioma, I don't know about Asia. The best food is in Eastern European countries, then some South American countries. I kind of agree with that. Dickie Spaz, people who crave wanting to be surrounded by expats gravitate towards Duma. I'll stay as far away as possible. That's, yeah, if you want to be around expats, I like being around some expats. I'll admit it. But as I've been here longer, I want to be around expats less, except for my close friends, and Sinfuls is one of them. You know, as I have a lot of expat friends that I love a lot. They're like family, and you know, once you get some close friends here, they're like gold. You know, they really are. Craig Jordan, Dumaguete is central point for island hopping. If you're into that kind of thing, that's a good thing about Dumaguete. I mean, I'll give it that, but I don't see the if you're one to stay in town a lot, Dumaguete's not a nice place. Sinfuls, here in Southeast Asia, the word is that the Kuala Lumpur is a foodie place. I heard that too. John Smith, Steve, what about dying in the Philippines? Can you be cremated in the Philippines? Yes, absolutely. Positively, you can get cremated here if you want. They do it right in my town. Sinfuls, John Smith, yes, you can be cremated. That is my plan. Rick Sponge, does anyone in the expat group use 72T SEP for early retirement option? It seems easy to do here in the US, but worried about logistics use in the PH. For you guys that are having problems with like, I don't know what I don't know what you're talking about, Rick, to be honest with you, with the 72T SEPP. I'm not sure what that is. A lot. I retired early. I belonged to a 403B, and I was able to retire early. I don't know. It sounds like you're talking about one of the retirement programs or something. I'm not sure which one it would be. It sounds like it. Maybe I'm wrong. Yuck Foo says, old man, live streaming. The world is gone. Anon says, are you fluent in Tagalog? No. I know. I used to know a lot of Spanish. I probably still could speak it a little bit. Mark Richard, I wonder if Paul from the World Zoom is still in jail. I believe he still is. Michael L. Good evening, Steve. How you doing, Michael? Michael's also one of our moderators. Thanks for being on here, Michael. John Smith, Steve, how do Philippine people treat expats? They treat you good here. We get treated very well. Very nice people. Mark Richard, you're over the 100 mark. Honey, can you turn that AC on? Um, Dicky Spaz, Zoom and Bam are cellmates.
It's on. But I put 27.
Let's see.
Okay, there.
Simple says, John Smith, I find it to be very well. I have had many friends that I ride with. There's a lot of good people here. I have a lot of Philippine friends here, Filipino friends. John Smith says, great, Steve. Anon, how old are you now? I'm 61. I am 61, Anon. Let's see, Michael L. The format seems a bit different today, almost like it is a YouTube short format. That's because of just the way that they changed. If you use your iPad, this is the format I got to use, I guess, which is kind of weird, but I'm okay with it. Matthew Adams, Celtics suck. No, they don't. They were the champions. Andy Omar, Pattaya is nothing but culinary gold. Cheaper food and high in quality. The bars are extra. Hiding in the Philippines. When I started my channel, I was told to go to Duma to grow it. I went my own way. You're better off going your own way, man. Dicky Spaz says, Andy. Saifo says, good day, man. Hope you're good. Lost my job, not having a good month. Much love from South Africa. Well, I hope things get better for you, man. Mike Whitehouse, visiting again in December. What area do you prefer? I prefer Luzon, but just below Manila, where I live. Cavite, Tracy Martinez area. Actually, a lot of people are coming to my area too. I run into them at the mall every day when I'm back home. John Smith sounds better than retired to Thailand. Rich went up there and he actually loves Thailand. I'm visiting again in December. What area do you prefer, near the sea or mountains? I prefer a little bit inland where I live. It's not mountains and it's not the sea, but I don't live that far away from the ocean either. Mike Whitehouse, city or province? I like living in the middle. I actually did a video on that. That's you guys will be seeing pretty soon. That I talk about that. I actually talk about this place here being a nice place to go, because there's not many people here. Michael L. Doomer is an inflationary economy and full of drama. Although a lot of land and sea is protected here, it's a little bit different than most areas. Yeah, Doomer is an inflationary economy full of drama. It definitely is that, Michael. I will give you that. Uh, the economy being inflationary, the rents went up there like 3 to 5 times what I pay. Gib King, hi Steve, thanks for all your info. Don't always agree, but you're a Yankee, so LOL, great live. Thanks, man. Anon says, how bad were things in the Philippines during COVID? You know, they were bad for some people, but I didn't think it was that bad for me. I mean, I got around, I did things that I wanted to do, and you worked your way around things here. Craig Jordan, Michael L., you have been there? Mike Whitehouse, yeah, that's cool. I spent some time in Laguna there. Simple's Mike Whitehouse, I live in Laguna in New Valley, so good here. Rick Sponge says, Steve, any experience at Lipa City area? I've not been there, no. Looking at getting a lot with my Asawa at the Summit Point Golf Resort. We have a lot of golfers in our group, Rick. We have quite a few golfers. So if you want to join our group, if you're ever up around us, right around Cavite, come to one of our meetings. You can talk to some of the people. A lot of golfers. Sinfuls, Rick Sponge, that is a nice summit. That is nice summit. Andy Omar says, I've been to Duma 3 times. It's so slow and boring there. The women are so MID. Bar is boring. The same 3 working girls that smell. The same guys babysitting their beer. No good beaches near. That's exactly what I saw, Andy. Let's see. John Smith, Steve, you have great Wi-Fi signal. Steve, do you know Cheap Dave? He's from the UK. I don't know Cheap Dave. No. Yeah, the Wi-Fi here, even though it's slower, it seems better than back home where I'm from, which is kind of strange. A Rhino in the Philippines says, I plan on retiring in Antipolo, only 45-minute train ride from Manila. Discerning Dash says, in one of the Facebook group, a Filipina scammed a foreigner for 5 million pesos. He has colon cancer, can't afford treatment. He is selling snacks on the road to get back home. The expats really suffer from Philippines. That happens a lot, man. And a lot of people don't think that that happens here. It happens a lot, a lot, a lot. I can't stress that enough. I wish guys would wake the hell up and watch what they do with their money. Don't just hand your money over to people. Matthew says, I hear there's a lot of UFO activity in the Philippines. Any personal experiences when you were in the Navy? No, when I was in the Navy, man, I was not in the Philippines, so I had no experiences here. But I'm going to tell you a story about 1980. We pulled into Portsmouth, England in December of 1980. And everybody was kind of shocked that we were pulling in there. And later on, we found out it was because Rendlesham Air Force Base. They thought it was something to do with the Russians that was going on there. They weren't really sure. And later on, they found out it was a UFO thing. But I wasn't up there. We stayed on our sub and we toured and stuff like that. But they called in us there to be there for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. And I think it had to do with that because our captain told us that there was something going on up north. And they asked us to pull in. So that's all I can say. I still to this, when I heard about Rendlesham, I said that was what it was, what we got called in for, no doubt. So that's my UFO story. Michael Craig, no apparel. However, a quick scan of prices in Duma versus Luzon shows that prices are higher in Duma. Yes. Also, except for two exceptions, there are YouTube bloggers there. Their YouTube vloggers are full of drama. Yes, it's way too much drama. Where I'm from, we have some drama with some of the girls and stuff like that, but and with one of the guys we had some drama, and with a few of the other ones, but not it's just minor drama. But we don't get much drama in Tracy. Steve P, hi Steve, go green, went to Everett High, will retire next year. Trip to Cebu all lined up for this January, hoping to like it as much as you. I've written off Manila area due to negative words read on there. Everett, wow. My family used to live on Abbott Avenue in Everett. You probably know where Abbott Avenue is. And there's a cemetery right behind their house. You probably know that cemetery too. Alan Ricky, I like that place. Reminds me of Miami Beach. My home in the 80s. Really looking more videos like these. Michael L, I don't need to go to a bad area to know that it is a bad area. I agree, Michael. I kind of knew that Dumaguete was a piece of crap area when I went there, but we just had to pass through there to get over here. So it wasn't like I really wanted to go there, because I really didn't. Michael Whitehouse, my trip to Luzon included Manila to Aurora Province to central Luzon near Banaa. Lovely place. John Smith, Steve, where you go during a typhoon? I stay home. Because by the time they pass over the mountains, they weaken when they get to our area. So Tracy Martires and Cavite is a good place to be during a typhoon, actually. Matthew, I am familiar with Rendlesham. Okay. Frank, where exactly do most of your group members live? Near where? They live in and around Tracy Martires, mostly in Cavite, some are just outside of Manila. We have guys that come down from Manila. Rick Spawn says, why is electric so expensive in PH? Is solar the way to go there, Poe? I would say have a little bit of solar at least, and it would lower your bills a little bit. That's what I would say, and have some battery backup also for when the power goes down, so you can run off, at least run your refrigerator and possibly your AC. Have some battery backup and possibly even a generator. Simple says, John Smith, I watch TV LOL in a typhoon as long as power stays on. Generally does where I live, rarely goes out. Discerning Dash says, Steve, do you think the government will soon step in or have severe punishment for scamming? I think fewer people would scam if the punishment was more severe because it's a crime to scam someone. This is it's a poor country, number one. Some of the scams here are pretty brutal, and I've seen some of them online, and people talking about the people that have gotten robbed. Like I think one of them just said 5 million or something like that. It's a lot of money to get scammed. I think they should go to jail. Yes, Anon says, I'm planning on moving to Malawi and central western Mindanao. It's probably going to be difficult to get insurance because of Muslim areas. I don't think so. You can get health insurance. Morocco says, I've been researching Porto Galera as a possible place to settle down. Do you know much about it? I have a friend of mine that lives down that area, and she loves it down there. And a lot of the other people that have gone down there, I think even Sinfuls has been down there. Everybody that has been down there has said that they like it. Craig Jordan says, Michael, so less than a handful of YouTube vloggers crap on a community of 150,000. Dude, so easy to avoid the small drama without trying hard. Yeah, a lot of those guys, I don't know what the hell's going on down there, but there's a lot of crap going on down there all the time. There's always something. Michael L., I love Manila. However, where Steve lives is more affordable. Yes. Where I live is it's $80, man. They got 4 more places coming up too. They're building them right near me. Actually, I could throw a rock at your house. That's how close it is. Regular guy, Anon, great idea to living among the Muslims. You are open-minded. From the regular guy. Michael, why do you say Manila and not Manila? Because you can say it either way. It's on some of the signs that way too. It says Manila or Manila. Michael L. Craig, even without the drama, the prices are higher without any real benefit. If I am going to pay Duma prices, I want the benefits of living in the big city. I want nice parks. I want nice streets. I want safe streets. I want safe neighborhoods, and I don't want to look like it's a rundown, ghetto. Why pay those Duma prices? I always thought that Duma would look a little bit better than what it did when I saw it. I was actually quite surprised that it was kind of like a toilet. I didn't like it at all. I know there's nicer places there, but the places that I saw, I wasn't enthusiastic about it. I just wasn't. And I went around quite a few places. I was there for a few hours. I didn't like it. Alan Ricky says Tracy Mott Terrace is on higher grounds. It's 423 feet high where I live. Good temperature. Making friends there already. Yes, the temperature there where I live, there's a constant breeze where I live usually, except for like about maybe 2 months it slows down, then it comes back. John Smith, Sinfuls, where in the Philippines do you live? Michael L., regular guy, Tagalog spelling. So that's the answer. That's why he says Manila. Sinfuls, John Smith, I live in Laguna in the Valley. Regular guy, Steve, are you a crypto guy? I used to be. I used to be in the Shiba Inu and what was the other one? There was a couple of other ones. I actually made a few $1,000 on crypto. I just don't like it anymore. I don't find interest in it anymore. I think it's too risky now. It's not the same as it used to be. It's not as fun as it used to be. Let's see. Not So Crazy John says, hi, Steve. How you doing, Crazy John? Oh, Not So Crazy John. Rick Sponge, has many in your group built? Has many in your house built? No, they haven't built any houses there. I would need to read a book like Building a House for Dummies in the Philippines. We had one guy. He leased his house long term and fixed it up the way he wanted to do. And I mean, he really fixed it up. He added on and did a whole bunch of other stuff. And what will happen is it'll revert back to them when he dies. He's in his 70s. Regular guy, Michael, what part of Manila do you live in? Levi says, how is your health these days? Are you able to take care of your health issues around your area? Yes. Yes, I have good health care in my area. My health issues are, it's okay. I still have my back issues and my leg issue, but I did take a couple shots the other day, and they did take a toll on me for 2 days, but I feel okay now. My joints were like really in pain. I'm not sure why. Simples, Rick Sponge, use AAC block if you build here. Anon says, regular, my GF is from there, and her family is from there. Just going to keep my head down and try not going to be a target. John Smith says, sinful, thanks. Sinfuls, you're welcome. Craig Jordan says, Michael, that's a fair point. Franz Xavier says, hello from Switzerland. How you doing, Franz? Good to see you on here tonight. Michael L. says, regular guy, I am in the States at the moment. However, I have made 13 trips to the Philippines since 2017. As soon as I can find a full-time remote job that pays in US dollars, I shall move. John living in the Philippines, thanks for the info on Duma. No problem. Regular guy, Michael, which area of Manila is your comfort zone? Tiki Spaz says Sinful's poured concrete is the way to go for me. A higher cost, but a preference for me. I would go with the poured concrete myself, I think. Future millionaire. I have a wife and 2 boys, 4 and 8. Been thinking of moving my family there. How is it for an expat family? You know what? In my area, they have a lot of universities and good schools. And it would be perfect for somebody with 2 boys. Sinful's Dicky Spaz, research AAC. You would be surprised. John Smith, Steve, are the police fair, or are they like in Thailand, not fair? You know, that's a really loaded question, because I've had problems with police up in Manila, and then I've had few problems where I live. So I think most of the cops in Tracy are pretty decent. Michael, regular guy, Pasai, regular guy, Steve, you seem to have good internet. Is it Converge 300? I don't know what it is here. I think, to be honest with you, I think it's Globe, and it's not really that strong. There's not much Mbps. I checked it earlier. It was almost nothing, and it's working for me. And back home, I have really good internet. It's like 300 Mbps, 400 Mbps, and let me tell you something. It sucks. I don't know what it is, but it just sucks. July, Cassidy, can we be friends? We can always be friends, July. Michael L. says, Steve, corticosteroid shots. I'm actually thinking about that. It's funny that you mentioned that, Michael, because that was on my mind today about getting a shot in my hip, and in my leg. It might actually help, but it does dissolve your bones, and it's not good for your bones. Levi, all the best regarding your health. I hope to God I can get my walking back to normal. I really would like to get out and start walking more. By the end of the day, I can walk, and even during the day, I can walk a little bit. But I definitely need help in the morning, even getting dressed sometimes. July says, today is my birthday. Happy birthday, July. Marianne Almaraz. Hi, how you doing, Marianne? Marianne Almaraz, where are you from? I'm from Tracy Martinez. Discerning Dash says, I would not recommend Cebu as a place to live. My girlfriend lives in Cebu, but does not want to settle in Cebu. Also, do a Roth IRA instead of crypto or day trading. It's a retirement account, and you get 3% match. Dicky Spaz says, I'll take a look. I know my PI Dream has talked about them. ROV says, go Celtics. There we go. Marianne says, hi, you are singles? No, I am not single. Ellen Ricky says, at 77 years, I have to leave my prosperity to my girlfriend. Anon says, how does poured concrete handle earthquakes? Well, as long as you have those rods in there and stuff like that, I think that would probably help it a little bit. Regular guy says $80 a month and maybe 6 units. So they make an apartment building and make a grand total of $480 a month. What's the point? I tend to agree on that, but it is money for them, and these places are cheap to build. But yeah, I think that most people should get more in rent. Our place is like an anomaly. It really is. Tracy Martinez is like an anomaly because it's a nice place to live. They have nice schools, nice malls, nice medical facilities, and a great mayor, and it stays cheap. And that's why I stay where I am. I don't want to move. It gives me extra money in my pocket, And whether you have the money to get an $800 or $1,000 unit, doesn't matter. I'd rather live cheaper and have the money in my pocket than somebody else's pocket. Dicky Spaz says, hey Scott, Sinful says, Anon, depends on the prep with rebar and the grade of rebar. Levi, Valencia next to Dumaguete, and the Boulevard in Duma is nice. I didn't find it. I mean, I was down by where they board the ship there, and I didn't find it that nice there. Regular guy says, Dickie Dix, good to see you. July Cassidy, can we be friends? Dickie Spaz, ditto. July says, I subscribe. Michael L. Calcium and vitamin D3 can compensate for the side effects of corticosteroids. Anon says, thanks, Sinfuls. Discerning Dash says, I got 2 shots. It will something my sciatica and my knee weakness. If it helps, that's good. I might look into it though, but I'm worried about. I heard that it does damage to your bone mass. John Smith, Steve, the humidity is it uncomfortable there? Do you sweat a lot? You know something? The weather here really doesn't bother me as much now that I've been here for 7 years. It does get hot here. I'll give you that. I like having the AC. I have one of those neck AC things that I put on when I go out, but I haven't had to use it here. Emily Petway, hi. Nice jersey. Thanks, Emily. I love the NBA, she says. Gib King, Steve, what vaccinations would you recommend looking into? Not interested in anything mRNA based. Shingles and the flu shots. ROV says PH June inflation. Everybody gets the flu around here, it seems like, especially in my area. We get the flu, but I've been lucky. PH June inflation 3.7 from May, 3.9%. I'm wondering what it's going to be for Social Security and for the VA. How much it's going to be. I got a feeling it's going to be like 3.9 or 4%. Michael L. Gib King, hepatitis B vaccine. Yes, hepatitis, that's one of them. Michael's right. I forgot about that. 16.7% of the people here have hepatitis. Okay, so keep that in mind. Rick says, how does one train the body to adjust to the humidity? I think you just kind of get used to it. Anon says, do you have local source of income or are you fully reliant on your pension? Well, I have the channel. I get anywhere from, $800 to $1,500 a month off my channel, roughly. And I have my pensions, and my Social Security will kick in next year. William Murphy, hey, Mike, how about those Celtics? Let's see. Sinfuls, Rick Sponge, I have not found it not that bad myself. I don't mind sweating. When doing work outside, get rid of the toxins, lol. John Smith, BRB, Steve, thanks. Be right back. Joseph Grutza, good morning from Lubbock. Joseph, I've been talking to that guy, and the rents are going to be very, very, very reasonable there, but I need to talk to you soon, so if you can call me anytime after the 8th when I'm back home. Okay, get in touch with me. Call me on Messenger or something, because I know you're on my Messenger. I think you are anyway. Or email me and ask me for my phone number. Michael L. Flu is rampant in the Philippines because not enough natives vaccinate. Yes. William Murphy, it's not the heat, it's the humidity. Thank you for that, William. Sinfuls, my wife and I just went through severe stomach flu. I talked to Ralph on Sunday, lol. Sinful Steven5975 at yahoo.com. So there you go. If you guys want to write to me and ask me for my phone number, copy that, he says. Thanks. Michael L. The only vaccines that I would avoid is dengue vaccine due to Sanofi screwed the pooch on that one. Professor Vincent Recanello advice against it to Phil government. However, he was ignored. I don't even know how they can still give that thing after all that. John, living in the Philippines, it seems like we had a boom here 7 years ago. I find so many came here about the same time. Old Dog, me, you, many more. Yeah, there was a lot of guys that came during that time, and I planned for more than 4 years to come here. And I was actually, before that, I was actually thinking about going to Belize, but I ended up not going to Belize and coming here. Belize was just too small for me. Some people ask me, why didn't you go to Belize, Steve? Because it was just too small. Everybody knows everything. There's 325,000 people there, and I hung around with a guy that was very well known there, and the two of us became very well known just from being there. We knew everybody. John, living in the Philippines, it seems like we just read that one. Dinesh Rocky says, hi mate, just got a question. Is the Philippines a good place to be a playboy for a 45-year-old man? I guess so. Yeah. If that's your lifestyle, man. I have a friend of mine down here, and he lives that playboy life, and he's happy here. Gib King says, at Michael, LT, Michael LT. Thank you. Okay. Anon, do you have a house back in the States? I do not. No, I do not. I gave up. I sold my house back in Lawrence, Massachusetts. It's funny because I sold it at a very low price, and now it's worth like about 300,000. I think I sold it for, if I can remember correctly, like 140 or 150 or something like that. So the people that live there now, it's worth like, I think it's worth 335. I think that was the value I saw it at last. $335,000, and it's a little tiny house. Let's see, we are up to almost 60 minutes, guys. We got 90 people on board, 36 thumbs up. Let's hit that thumbs up button, guys. Let's get some more people talking on here. All of a sudden, everybody's dead on here now. Let's get some more chat on here. I already got some videos out today, guys. So when you guys will see them over the next few nights. And I got some actually good material. We talk about one of the vloggers here talking trash about Filipinos, and it was really low what he's talking about. I don't want to wreck the video for you by telling you what it's all about. But when you watch it, a lot of you guys will get a good laugh out of it. But also, it's kind of sad in the same respect what the guy's talking about and the way he's insulting the Filipinos. And I'm not going to mention the guy's name. Most people will pick it up after they hear it. But it was just about insulting Filipinos. Be careful about insulting your hosts. And it wasn't about vloggers, but it talks about that. Dinesh Rocky says, is $2,500 US dollars enough for each month to have good fun as a Playboy, including all expenses and girls' expenses? It depends on how much you go out, Dinesh. It really does. You know, I say the sweet spot is between 2,000 to 3,000. Yeah, it's okay. It might be entertaining at your house more than outside. You won't be going out to bars and stuff like that every night. Let's put it that way. Zian says, "Nye." Donato78 says, how's law and order in Tracy Macha? It's actually pretty good. I have yet to see any crimes really happen here. I saw one or two crimes happen, but they weren't like breaking into my house or theft. It was more of a different type of crime. Pooping while standing is back. How you doing? Do you believe in the 4% withdrawal rate rule based off the Trinity study? I have no clue what you're talking about, dude. I had never heard of that. Sinful says, Dinesh Rocky, if you're playing that, will be a tight budget. Yeah, it depends where you live too. You know, and depends what you're paying for housing. But if you got $80 housing, I think you can do it. But you won't be going out all the time. Anon says, did you use the money from your house to move to the Philippines or put it into super in it? No, I did not. That money that I got from my house, mainly what I used it for was to pay off any bills I had. There was very little money left over after, and I was expecting that money to pay off my bills. So I used it just to pay off my bills. I had some debt after divorce. It got me out of all that, and then I was good. If you saw how much I planned coming over here, it was crazy. You know, I had every penny figured out, and every weekend I would redo it while I was working. I was working as a guard on weekends, and every penny was planned out. Lily for Life says, can you say hi to Cassidy? It's my birthday. How you doing, Cassidy? Happy birthday. Mario, do you still have worms in the water? Back home, we do. We think it's like a broken pipe somewhere, but I don't see how the worms can get in if water's coming out at a good pace. But that's what the mayor told me. I don't see it as much as I used to. So maybe it's cleaned up or fixed now. I'm not sure. Dodgy says Mavericks in 9. Let's see. Mylin Aton. Hi, honey. You look great. You're going to be fine. No worries. Let's see. Pooping while standing. Also, you have seen big differences in women compared to 5 years ago. Things here in the States have gone to crap with women, unfortunately. Their delusional entitlement is wild. We're getting a lot of message retracted stuff here. So guys, watch what you say. We don't talk politics, no swearing, no putting down people. The Sigma Enigma. Plan on traveling there next year. What is the best month to visit? Anywhere from December all the way up to May. Simple as a Sigma Enigma from January 15th to about mid-May. Slick 66 is on board. Steve, relating to savings while living in the Philippines. Do you know anyone who invests anything in the Asian markets? Is it a viable option? Actually, people are pulling out of the Philippines as an investment place because of what's going on with China. I just read that today. So I would stay away from the Asian markets with all the stuff that's going on right now. That's just me. I think that's good advice, actually. Hiding in the Philippines. When your channel was young, did you ever get approached to buy subscribers and watch time hours? Yes, I have been, but I guess he was. It says. Hold on, I just lost all my live chat. Here we go. I let my channel grow organically. I know other people have surpassed me when we were going head to head, but they got into the girl thing and they attracted more people that way. That's not my channel. I didn't really care. I'm not in this for the money. I do it for fun. And I do it to help people. RLB says better internet than Tracy. No lagging. He. Yes, it's true. It's funny though back home. I don't know how that lags. Peter George Wilson, I need to get over there as soon as possible. I have to get my hands on a woman before I die. John Smith, hi Steve. Could you tell me about getting your mail from the USA, voting, bank statements, etc.? I don't have any, my voting stuff gets mailed directly to me. I just got it the other day from Maine. Okay, even though I lived in Massachusetts, my mail comes from Maine. All right. Bank statements they send me online. I don't have any problems, none. I use my sister to send me any pictures of any of my mail. I don't get a lot of mail because I plan it so that everything comes to my mailbox here, or comes to me through email. I try to deal with the U.S. as little as possible. Dodgy says, Banner 18, let's go. Simfles, ROV, yes, better live stream here. He needs to stay there. Yeah. That's good though. That's going good. I'm glad. The Sigma Enigma. Simple, thanks. Future millionaire, do you have someone I can reach out to in order to find out my wife's citizenship? She can claim her mom was a Filipina who joined the USA and she was born in Subic Bay. Can she claim PI citizenship? I think she still can, yeah. If you're a former Filipino, you can probably get dual citizenship. Kemp, on board 1968. Anon says, divorce in the West financially ruins a lot of... Yes, and that's what I went through. Hopefully guys don't get hurt as bad as in the Philippines. We'll see what happens because divorce is coming back. Michael L., Mr. Big Slick, only if you invest in SG. RLV, Sinfuls, yep, he needs to stay there. I actually like it here, to be honest with you, but I think the food issue would be a problem over time. Rick Sponge, why is China bullying the PH? Are they testing how far they can take it till the U.S. starts taking action? I really believe they're up to no good. I think they're pissed off at the U.S. is sending troops in here and missiles and all kinds of airplanes and stuff. I think they think that they can just bully whoever they want, and they're also bullying Vietnam, and Vietnam's getting a little bit pissed off about that too. Simples, you need to check your internet back home for missing packets in your speed tests with your Wi-Fi. Peter George Wilson says, timed out by Michael. So I don't know what he wrote on there. Interesting. Michael L., I still recommend hardline Ethernet over Wi-Fi due to possible radio interference. So Peter, you got 300 seconds in the timeout room. I don't know what you wrote there. Sinfuls, Michael L., yep. Sem says, what about the dangers of getting robbed and kidnapped there? That stuff has kind of gone by the wayside. You don't hear that much anymore. If you went down to some of the islands in between the southern part of the Philippines and what is it, Malaysia or whatever it is there. Joseph Grutz, I lost you for a bit. I'm back now. Okay. Anon says, are you allowed to own guns as an expat in the Philippines? No. Your girlfriend can, but I wouldn't touch them. You know, not with the laws here. Sem Kali, I have been all over the Philippines from 2003 and never had an issue. I mean, I have traveled all over. RLV, and Sikihor people sleep early. Internet is yours. Probably. Sinfuls, Anon, no gun ownership. Sem Kali says, thank you. We're up to about 65 minutes, and I'm going to finish off here early because I want to go back to my vacation, guys. So I want to thank everybody for coming on here, and I'll be back home next week. Let's hope next week that the signal is as good back home, because this is actually nice here, and I'm actually quite surprised that no, we didn't have any problems here, because back home you guys always are telling me that my voice is slow or the camera is slow or something, and that shouldn't be happening back there with the internet that I have. But I do have a new router back home, and that might fix it all. We'll find that out next week, and we'll see how that helps. And if that doesn't help, then I'm going to go back to to Converge and let them know that we definitely have a problem. And I know it's not my computer or my laptop or any of that stuff. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, God bless. Take care, and we will see you soon, guys. God bless. Take care. Let me see if I can get. There we go.